In the states that you're heavily focused on right now. What's the latest?
Well, let me give you a consistent allegation that runs right through almost all of them. Each state set up a very strict observation process because these ballots are easily prone to fraud. There's only one time you can check them, and it's when you separate the ballot from the envelope. So in each state, it was required that when that was done, there'd be an observer from all sides, including a Republican observer. And if you didn't do that, the ballot was unlawful. Well, I can tell you uniformly, in 10 different places, we were excluded from that process. In Pennsylvania, 623,000 ballots were entered without a Republican getting a chance to see whether the mail-in ballot was valid. In Detroit, Michigan, it's even worse.
Fox News called the state of Arizona pretty early on. A number of other networks came out Thursday and called Arizona for Joe Biden as well. My question to you, if you can shed any light on it, but is the state of Arizona in the rearview mirror now for the Trump campaign?
Networks call an election that has no significance at all. The decision on who won an election in a state is up to the state legislature. And Arizona is a state in which we have considerably more fraud complaints than the number by which Biden won it, which was very narrow. So we're looking into Arizona right now, but I anticipate that we'll have a fraud case in Arizona that will be as strong or stronger than the ones in Michigan and in Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, your networks make it seem as if when they call a state, it's official. Well, it isn't. It has no legal significance at all. Nor would the networks know how many illegal ballots there are. And finally, even when we find the illegal ballots, the networks don't cover it because the networks have become a part of the Democratic Party. They're like the news arm of the Democratic Party. They've imposed a censorship since the Hunter Biden hard drive proved so many crimes on the part of Biden that they've shut down any kind of reporting of the news.
I don't know if you saw Karl Rove. He had an op-ed for the Wall Street Journal where he said, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, the president is 100% within his rights to challenge the fairness of the election, though the possibility of overturning the results are incredibly slim. To win, Trump must prove systemic fraud with illegal votes in the tens of thousands. Mr. Mayor, is there enough time to do that?
There is both enough time, and we can more than meet that standard. The number of votes that were illegal and fraudulent is considerably more than tens of thousands. I mean, we already have tens of thousands just in Pennsylvania alone. We have tens of thousands in Michigan alone. By the time we're finished, it's going to be way beyond the standard that Carl set. It is systemic fraud. There's no way that everybody woke up, every crooked Democratic leader woke up on the morning of the election and decided to exclude Republicans. They never did that before. That had to be decided at some central place. Number two, it happened in enough states so that it's systemic. And number three, it amounts to way over hundreds of thousands of ballots.
Well, Mr. Mayor, we really appreciate your time, appreciate your work and sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Want to see more?